Hey everyone, this is Carla Alexander here with Keeping It Real. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you're just a slight bit curious what happens within the first week alone of attempting to be an Onlyfans model. Fearless. Before we get started, don't forget, you guys, like this video, subscribe. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. You know, I'm trying to meet this goal. I'd appreciate it if you guys would share my videos with other people, women who you think might be interested in, you know, just exploring more of their sexual side and aren't really sure how to go about it. This to me feels like it's the best way for me. So I'm just going to share with you my experience. All right, so basically I broke it down. I kept notes of everything that I did, the pros and the cons throughout this first week. Here we are a week later and I am completely flabbergasted at everything. Here are my tips, my pros and my cons just for the first week alone. Okay, here we go. We're going to start with the cons. It's an actual job. It's an investment. If you're a stay-at-home mom and you're just used to being in your robe and your pajamas and playing games on the computer and stuff, yeah, you're gonna have to stop all of that. There's no more Netflix, there's no more, binge watching, and there's just none of that. If you're serious about exploring this side of who you are and you actually want to make money from it, then you're gonna have to take it seriously. And I mean, get a bin for your receipts, because you're going to need to invest some money in what you're going to need for yourself. So far what I've invested in is I bought myself some panties and some bras. I bought myself some wife beaters. I bought myself some makeup and some things for self-care, like, more like skin treatment. Like I bought myself some Noxzema. Let me see, what else did I get myself? Oh yeah, my facial masks. Things that I knew would make me feel sexy, and they weren't expensive. They were relatively, cheap, okay, because I'm on a tight budget, but it made me feel good to be able to do that. And I hadn't done that in so long because I'd been in that state of mind where I'm like, okay, I got a bunch of kids. I can't afford to do anything for myself, so I'm not even going to think about it. I'm not even going to dream about it. And that's basically what happened. And I got lost. So now I'm finding that, let me show you. I am fleeing the eye makeup, okay? I mean, it's a little blotchy, but it's okay. It's okay for my first time. But the point is, I enjoy, doing my nails. I did my toes, I had a little pedicure in the house, and I didn't spend any money on that. I just happened to have a foot massager in the house, but it felt good. And then I was able to take pictures of my feet and found that I have pretty feet. I was like, oh my God, oh no, I have pretty feet. So now I'm like, oh wow, let me start taking better care of my feet. So, things are changing because I'm allowing myself to finally be myself. I'm finally allowing myself to want more, and to work for it and to do what I love to do the most, which is be a man's fantasy. I like it. I'm sorry, but I just do. I like the admiration. So yeah, it's an actual job. So that means you have to get up. You have to do your hair, you have to do your makeup, you have to pick out your little outfits, whatever you want to take pictures in, or however you want to dress your body up. Shade the snatch, hit them legs, get them arms, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to dress to impress. Well, no, I'm sorry, you're going to have to be undressed to impress. Whatever you want to do, however you want to go about it. I already decided on how I'm going to represent myself. And so far, one person seemed to be a little disappointed that I wasn't gonna do more. But I'm sorry, dude. I'm too old for that. I know what I want. I know what I'm in control of, and that's what I love. I love the fact that I'm in control of who gets to see what, and I don't care about the person's attitude. I don't care. Understanding that there's certain things that you are not gonna do. You might not make as much money as everybody else, But don't get discouraged, because you have to be able to look at yourself in the mirror every day. And if you are not comfortable with doing something, then you don't do it. This is about creating you. That's what this is about. This is about being empowered on so many different levels. And sexuality is one of them. And I'm finding this out. This 3-year journey that I've been on has been wild. I mean, it's been insane. But I seem to be hitting every single aspect of who I am, and this is no different. So I guess I can't, I rode with everything else, so I'm gonna ride this one out. All right. So, number 3, the commitment. Oh yeah. Oh. Be 100% that this is something that you want to do. It's gonna take up a lot of your time. You're not computer savvy. You're gonna have to figure it out, because if you're broke like I am, you're going to have to get active. If I can commit to doing this, then I'm going to commit to finally getting my body the way I want it. The way I feel is sexy. And it's not easy. It's hard. I'm still on my 17-day diet, so I can't exercise until after the diet because it's going to mess up my results. Okay. Anyway, patience. Yes. Just because you are gung-ho about wanting to get on here doesn't mean the money is going to come flowing. And if it's one thing I learned just in the research alone, there are not a lot of other black women who want to share their experience. They rather, I guess they're there or they just don't want to say anything. I don't know. But it was very frustrating for me, because I needed somebody to understand, as a woman of color, what I'm going to be facing. What am I going to be facing? That's what I want to know. What am I going to be facing? So, be patient with yourself. Be patient with the knowledge that there is somebody out here for everyone. There is a market for everything. If you are not into showing your face, don't show your face. If you're going to just want to show your feet, show your feet. There's a huge market for that. Oh my gosh. If you think you have pretty feet, take a picture of them and just post them on Instagram. Just, make it like a casual picture or something, and see how many people actually respond to you. All you got to do is show your feet and hashtag feet. Oh my gosh. Be patient with yourself, because it will get frustrating in the beginning. You have to do so much to make sure that you're building a solid foundation. And that includes your research, that includes your clothes, your makeup, your diet, your workout routine, all the things that are going to guide you along the lines of where you need to be at, if that makes any sense. Unless somebody is perfectly happy with the size that they are, then you don't even have to worry about 2 steps, so that's just even better. But for me, yeah, I need to be a certain way to feel sexy. I just do. So anyway, all right. Social media. One of my biggest mistakes I made is I did a cute video. I showed no flesh. None, no flesh. But I think what I did was I put the Onlyfans hashtag on my TikTok, and I got permanently banned. I had over 25,000 followers. Yeah. When you get ready to start your social media, I recommend that if you are going to promote yourself, open up a separate account, just to keep your family and friends from really being as nosy as they could be if you were to put, your stuff on your normal page. In fact, I was telling someone that is interested in doing this to create a whole new alter ego. You don't have to be you if you don't want to be. You can be anybody you want and make money off of that. Okay? This is my experience. I did a free promotion. I gained like 8 followers. And I think to date, I have only 2 followers. And they're the ones who paid to get in. So just because something is free doesn't mean that they're going to stick around long enough to see the type of content that you want to build up, you know. But it takes a minute to build up your portfolio. I learned this after I had already set up my page. So I'm going to give you the same advice. At least have 10 great pictures of yourself. You know, just get dressed up and just do the damn thing. And that way you have them, and just post them before you activate your page, so that when you start promoting yourself, they're going to already have something to look at. And, you know, then you can eliminate the step that I had to do, which was basically try to wear myself completely out trying to take pictures and keep my audience engaged. So that's a possibility of why I lost, you know, these 8 followers. But it's a part of the game, right? You have to live and you have to learn. Some people are really impatient. So make sure that you take your pictures first before you create your OnlyFans page, so that you will have more time to take more pictures and do more things. Okay. There's one more thing. Oh. Listen. When you finally do start getting yourself together and you want to create a page and you start hashtagging your ass off, when I tell you the fans that are going to come your way, okay? They're like baby piranha. I'm like, yo, you know, I have guys telling me that they love me. Then every 5 minutes, they're blowing up my DM. And I'm like, yo, all night long. I'm like, oh, this is not going to work. So I thought about it, because I was like, yeah, I'm turning all that shit off. But then if I do that, then nobody can notify me for business. So that's a con. You're going to have to set boundaries, because you're gonna be faced with a lot of fans. You're gonna be faced with a lot of guys interested in looking at what you have to offer, and they're looking for conversation. Okay, listen, that will take up so much of your time. I found that out the hard way too, because you know me, I like to be nice, and I want to be, you know, engaged with this one. I want to engage with that one. Yeah, you can't do that. It does not work. It doesn't. I ended up having to block a guy because he was literally not understanding that I said, you know, when I say good night, that doesn't mean blow my phone up. And I mean, he's blowing me up on video chat. I mean, so these are the things that you're going to have to expect. So if you have a man or you have a husband and this is something you're just trying to keep on the down low for right now, or he's totally down with it, however you want to play it, by a certain time, turn your ringers off. Period. Just don't even set yourself up. Get a schedule. You need a schedule. I felt like if I put myself on a schedule, it'll be a lot easier for me to do the things that I want to do. Now, this might not be you. You know, you're probably just wanting to take pictures and then, you know, send them off. I am creating my channel, so I have to have content. Then I have to be engaging with everybody from Twitter to Facebook to Instagram, you know, so it's a lot of work, and it'll just be a lot easier for you to be able to stick to something a lot more smoothly if it's a routine that you can, you know, start getting accustomed to. So I have a routine. I'm hoping I can get it started. All right, get creative. Yes, I don't have a lot of money. Okay, I don't have a job. We are about to be evicted, and my car broke down. So I'm looking, you know, I'm currently looking for a jalopy. I don't have that much money, but I'll buy something, you know, maybe $1,500. But I'm stuck. So because I'm stuck, I don't have a lot of things to work with. And my son is moving out with his family, so it's going to be just me and my son. Once they're gone, that car is gone. I'm literally going to be stuck. So I try not to think about it. You know, it is what it is. I'm hoping that the universe will bless me with a favor and buy me a car. But you just got to get creative. You're just going to have to figure out what to do. I mean, I took a couple of poses on a pool table because we happen to have a pool table. You know, I mean, I was thinking about rubbing my boobies against the door outside, but then there would be nobody to hold the camera. So I could use this maybe, you know, but yeah, I guess I could do that. See, I have to get creative. I guess I'm just chicken. I don't want my son to see me. I can't explain that. Like, how am I going to explain me with my titties against, you know, the glass and my, you know, ass out? Or you probably just have like panties on, because I don't show my stuff. But, you know, I'm like this against the mirror, against the window, and he walks down for juice for the kids. I can't explain that. So I just, yeah, I'm too chicken. I can't play that. They'd have to be out the house first before I did that. Also, one more thing. Set boundaries. Set boundaries. This is your business, and you're going to have to take it as a business. And that means when you do your videos, when you do whatever it is that you need to do to get yourself prepared, you have to let your family know, no, I'm not doing it. No, I can't babysit the kids. No, I'm not cooking nobody breakfast. No, let me get this done. Because this is your business, this is your time, this is your money. Remember, you only get paid what you put in. And it's not going to be easy in the beginning. It's just not. And I already know that. But I already knew that coming in. Because we already know why it's not going to be easy for me. Okay, but we're not even going to get into that. Stay away from TikTok. And be very careful on how you do your... I don't know what I did wrong, unless it was because I was associated with TikTok. But maybe that's what it was when they censored me, when they took me, you know, when they permanently banned me. I got a warning, but I broke community guidelines, and I'm like, I didn't even do anything. My picture that I put up wasn't even sexual, so maybe that's what it was. But just be careful with them. There's some things that I've seen on Instagram, but I guess it's not for everyone. With that being said, we're going to go on to the pros. It's a job. Let me tell you something. It's a job. And it's a fun job. I got paid to take pictures of certain body parts that are above the navel but below the neck. And I didn't have to show anything down. That's it. That's it. And I got paid for it. So the money is slow at first, because anything like a business is going to be slow in the beginning. You just got to stick in with it. But it pays off, because I have a couple of more requests, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is what this feels like. And it feels so good. Oh my gosh. I am like on top of the world. I feel so good all the time. You know, I feel sexy, you know. Oh my gosh, it's like, yo, you want to see me? Oh, okay. Okay, number 2. Know your worth. And don't let other people bully you. Because that happened. I got one person who was very okay with what he received, but wanted more. And when I was very specific in my bio what I will and will not do. There are certain things that belong to me. You want to see something else? Go that way. I'm not doing that. There's certain things that I want to keep from my man. Period, point blank. This dude offered me $1,500 for my rent. And I was going through a eviction. But I don't get down like that. That's just not me. You know, I like to tease. I like to be a fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Do not let them tell you you'll get paid more if you do X, Y, and Z. If you cannot look yourself in the mirror, then it is not worth it. You have to be comfortable with whatever it is that you are doing. Period. And they don't like it, that's their fault. They already paid you, so it doesn't matter. Okay? Now, self-care, the best part. Yes, I have done my hair. I did my nails. I did my toes. I mean, I'm on a diet. I'm almost getting to the point where I'm gonna start working out, but it's coming. It's coming. But I'm on a diet. I'm like, I'm doing me right now. So I feel better. I see the difference. And I'm like, yo, this could really work. I am excited because it's giving me something to look forward to. Number 4, it will pay off. Like I said, the money is going to come slow. But if you're fair with your subscriptions, if you don't, get ahead of yourself and think that, because you are definitely going to be thebomb.com and you're going to feel like you're worth $19.99. Of course you are. I did that. Then I thought about it for a second. I says, bitch, you broke. So I said, okay, you know what? You just bring it. Which is what I did. And that's when it was convenient because it was a compromise. So when you're willing to compromise on the admission, okay, then they'll be more likely to buy your popcorn. Like I was telling you on Instagram, be prepared. But hand you have a bunch of little boys, 20, 30, hitting you up, wanting to take you here, wanting to take you there, knowing that they ain't got no damn pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. But it's cute, it's adorable until they get annoying, and then it's like, where you at? How come you're not back? Why aren't you talking to me? And then you get like 1,000 sad faces. And I'm like, yo, I am too old to be somebody's mama. Okay? I'm already a mama. I'm not trying to be a mama to a bunch of strangers. Hell no. So just be prepared. Okay. Social media. I found that Twitter will definitely let you post. And you can even post nude as long as you go into your settings, right? And then you hit privacy. And then you go into privacy and security. And then you go into safety. It'll say, mark media you tweet as containing material that may be sensitive. You turn it on and you're good to go. Because I think that they just want to be able to cover their bases. They don't want your titties flagging on a PG rated page, that I don't know how you're going to explain that to Junior. So, make sure that you do that, okay? Twitter is good. Instagram is great for your promoting, but you just have to be careful how you promote. Then we have Reddit. Reddit is a new animal altogether. And one, there's not a whole lot of black women doing Reddit communities at all. I've checked the ones that suited me, the 40 and up and the MILFs, the cougars, they're the hot moms. You name it, I've been on it. And every last one of the ones that I went on were literally all white women. No clothes. No shame. No age restriction. And the only thing I can say to those women is big ass thumbs up. Because it takes guts to show that much shit. And that's the community that I love. I don't even have the guts to do all that. So it's refreshing. It's refreshing. And then you have your partners there and they're just, taking pictures. And you don't know how you want me to spank my wife. And I'm like, look at y'all. Look at y'all. No wonder y'all have so much fun together. Because they're crazy. And but it's so much fun. Oh my God. You have to literally be approved for every community that you want to post in. And it's time consuming. I don't have the time. I don't even know if they'll let me in because there's so few black women that I didn't even try. I mean, I looked. I mean, I'm a fan. But other than that, I said, let me just focus on the platforms that I already am familiar with. So Twitter, Instagram, those right now are the only two that I mess with. I have learned that it's okay to be sexual. That it's okay to want to still be young and vivacious. That it doesn't matter how many kids you have. It doesn't matter how old you are. Because there are so many women out here whose define the laws of time. You know, they're literally turning the clock back. And I want to be a part of that. I don't want to sit around and grow old gracefully and, you know, eventually have to be on medication because, you know, diabetes runs in my family. You know, I don't want to go through any of that. I just don't. That's one thing. The second thing, I love the fact that I am taking more responsibility for myself. You know, I love the fact that I get up every morning, I make sure I wash my face. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was doing it before, okay? I'm not dirty. What I mean by that is that I went out and I bought special skincare products for my beautiful face so that I could be more appealing in my gracefulness, right? Yeah, I just wanted, I want to be able to feel sexy every single day of my life. And ever since I opened up that Onlyfans page, I have felt that way. I have. I'm working on fixing my posture. I am, I've committed to more videos, which is the reason why I'm so busy, because this is not going to be something that I do all the time, because I have books out there. I want to open up a day spa. I have these things that I want to do. There are so many new things that I now see for myself I didn't see before. And I guess that's what happens when you go through a spiritual awakening, when you finally get your answers. You know, when you finally say, okay, God, I'm ready. I'm ready for this change in my life. I'm ready for it. And God says, okay, you sure? And you're like, yup, I got this. This has been one hell of a roller coaster when I tell you. But it has built me up and it has made me stronger than I have ever been in my life. Because if I wasn't, there's no way in the world I'd be strong enough to go down this road and not give a shit about what anybody else thinks about me. Because right about now, in my life and where I'm at, it's not about anybody else. It is about me trying to be able to provide the type of life for my family that I couldn't do before. My son, he's here. I need to provide for him. And I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of living in poverty. Like, who isn't? I'm just a 47-year-old mom who's just trying to get a piece of the pie. What I have got for you guys from week 1. Don't forget to look out for the next video. Let's see what happens in week 2. I'm not sure how long I'm going to go on, just until I get my money up so that you guys will have an idea of how to do this, and you'll see the process, my pros and my cons and all of the mistakes that I'm going to make that I've already made and whatever. But at least you'll have something to work with for your age and your race. Because again, women of color are not going to be treated the same no matter what profession we take on. It's just not the case. So be prepared to work extra hard, but you are going to get there. It might take you a little bit longer if you're not into showing your hoo-ha, or your goody two-shoes, whatever you want to call it, because you don't have to compromise for the dollar sign, because I'm not. I'm doing what I like to do and what makes me comfortable. Period, point blank. Either they like it or they don't. So don't forget, put on those notifications. I made it to my first official scheduled, video. I said it was going to be every Wednesday, so I committed. I looked forward to putting this video up. I was like, yo, I cannot wait until it's time for me to put my content in my video, blah, 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 blah. When you're passionate about something in your life, you got to go with it no matter how crazy it might feel, because this is insane. I'm like, what, am I crazy? Right, this is Carla Alexander with Keeping It Real. It's never too late to recreate who you are.